Hey guys, I'm Sharon. So sorry guys for not posting videos a lot. It's because I was actually busy for my exams, revision exams and stuff. So now, since tomorrow is my practical procedure exam, so I'll be doing all of the experiments from physics to chemistry today. So first we'll be looking physics. So this is a booklet that my school gave me as a manual, so we'll be following only this, as this is very shorter than what's given in the book. So we'll be looking at experiment number 1, which is, what's the topic? The principle of moments. So we're looking in materials required, formula diagram, procedure, and the calculations, tabular column, and then the result. So I won't be, since I don't have the exact materials required, I'll just be putting in an approximate way. Okay. So first, the principle of moment is nothing but, when you go outside to a vendor, like one that sells fruit with using physical balance than digital balance, they used to have two scales like this. So there are scales, one holds a basket and the other one holds the product. So this is a physical balance. So imagine they have put a 1 kg weight here and then 50 grams of fruit, okay, so or any material. So this is 1.00 is greater than 0.500. So this would go up while this would come down. So we have to find the weight, which by a known weight, so we know this is 1 kilogram, but there's an unknown weight, x gram. So you gotta find it by using principle of moments, but with a way different complexity method that is actually very easy if you understand and know the concepts. So first, principle of moments. Okay, so first, in every practical or experiment, first of all you gotta write aim. So what's the aim? Aim is to determine the weight of an unknown or a weight of an object using principle of moments. So aim is to determine the weight of an object using principle of moments. So in your book, they have already given the diagram. So in the diagram, you can see what are the things required. So for material required, what will you be needing if you look at the diagram? So this is the diagram given in my manual, and then it says a meter scale, of course, or a huge scale, a meter scale, and then a knife edge to balance the meter scale. Some slotted weights, and thread. This is the aim and meters required. So let's look at the diagram. So from the materials required, you can see what are the things that are included in the diagram. So the diagram is a meter scale hung above the knife edge. That is how it somehow looks like. So first we gotta draw the scale. I mean scale as in the measurements. Look like. Then in the diagram you can see this is knife edge, meter scale, both combined. Now slot head weights. This is the unknown object. This is the known object. So from the middle, this is D1, D2, and this is W1, which is weight 1, weight 2. This is the diagram. Okay, now next, so the formula required to find the weight of an unknown object is W1 is equal to W2 into D2 by D1. So what's the formula? So the formula let me get my chair. So the weight of an unknown body is determined by, so there's a formula. So the formula is, so W1, this is the unknown one, this is the known one. So to find the unknown, W1 is equal to W2 into the distance between the middle meter scale and the known weight, which is D2 by D1. So I can write that here. W1, W2, D1, D2. What these all means. So W1 is unknown object, unknown weight. W2 is known weight. And then D1 is distance between the scale and unknown object. Distance between the scale and known object. So this is it, principle of moments. Now we gotta look at the procedure. I mean, there are calculations, but first, okay. So guys, how does a procedure test work? Is that they just give you a sheet of paper and then they tell you any experiment, like physics experiment number 3. You just gotta write the A-matrix diagram, formula, procedure, not the calculations, because they will not be giving you like what you did to write the observation. Like you could have done the experiment, but no, they just want you to write what is all given the observation other than doing the calculations and stuff. So now we'll be writing the procedure. So in the booklet it says that, okay guys, I'll just short it for you. A meter scale. Okay, first one. A meter scale is suspended at its center of gravity by a knife edge. Note whether if the scale is in equilibrium position. The first point. So first you gotta make sure that the meter scale is suspended at its center of gravity by a knife edge. No, we gotta ensure whether if it is in equilibrium position. Like, okay, for example, how can I make this clear? Okay, so imagine if my finger. Okay, so a meter scale, what I think is a measurement. It's 100 centimeter. Okay, so guys, a meter scale is just a scale which is of 100 centimeters. So imagine my finger is a knife edge and 100 meters. So 100 centimeters. So if you divide it by 2, 50. So you gotta make sure that the scale is in 50 centimeters. Like this. It should stay in the equilibrium position. There's only 5 known procedure points. So next one is a known weight. So what's a known weight? W2. A known weight and an unknown weight. Are suspended Second point is that, so from the scale, you have to balance the two weights given, like one of here and one of here. Make sure that they are equal and they do not fall like this one did. Okay, so the third one, Fix the position of one weight hanger, not just the second one. Fix the position of one weight hanger and adjust the weight of the second equilibrium. Measure the distance the experiment readings, and then at last you gotta write the result. A result can be of many types. So students, my dear friends, I hope that you understand. I mean, not how to do, but for the procedure test. And this is experiment number 1. Thank you so much guys for watching.